can you please explain to us what this community-first approach in association membership means for you and as a leader of DAPA, and how does it look in practice?
For so many years, I've been thinking about membership generally. What does that actually mean? I've not only been a member of associations, but I've managed large memberships of 70, 80,000 people. The why would you want to be a member? And when I joined DAPA, we were actually very much a very traditional membership-based organisation. So in reality, what we did, it was a kind of transactional. We would offer some benefits, and in return, a DA would pay a fee on an annual basis to participate. And my observation, I suppose, over the last decade is that transactional relationship is less and less important. And in fact, in a new generation of emerging DAs, the ones that are coming into the workforce right now, it's probably even less important because they're very focused on themselves. I don't mean that in a positive way. And this need to belong has to be justified. So when I joined DAPA, we could see that we had similar problems to almost every other membership-based organisation. Defining what the MVP, membership value proposition, is, how do we actually entice members to join us, but more importantly, how do we get people to renew? And that's almost as hard as getting people to join. And I started to think about the model. And what it did is I thought, well, hang on a second. As a peak body, as someone that advocates for someone, for a group that need better training, better pay, and so on and so forth, what do we actually want? Do we actually want members pay a fee and join us? And I think that's important. We probably do need them. Or do we actually need the community connections where people can belong to something in a more organic way? And I kind of use the words, it's not mine, communities of practice. So redefining membership, moving away from a more traditional membership value proposition to something that's a little bit more dynamic. So for me, the community first piece is about the engagement. How do groups of dental assistants engage locally, regionally, and nationally for their own personal development, that of the sector? Then giving the group a proposition or an opportunity to join an organisation that has their best interests at heart. So for me, it's really about selling the value of belonging to something that will actually advocate. And of course, advocating is a big part of my role. I'm a passionate believer in that we actually have to escalate the position. So community first is a direction for me which I've been moving in for some time. And although we're in the processes of re-engineering our membership model, I'm really encouraging our teams to think a little bit differently about how we actually approach